Have you ever felt like you were in exile, far from home, longing for a new beginning? What if the key to rebuilding your life wasn't just about laying new foundations, but about rediscovering who you truly are? 70 years. For 70 long years, the people of Judah had lived in exile in Babylon. Their home, Jerusalem, was a ruin. The magnificent temple, the very heart of their faith, was reduced to ashes and rubble. A generation had been born and had grown old in a foreign land, their hope for return dimming with each passing year. But then, a flicker. A king's heart is stirred, an ancient prophecy is fulfilled, and a decree is issued. The exiles can go home. This is the story of Ezra. It's a story of return, of rebuilding, but it's more than just a historical account of stone and mortar. It's a blueprint for spiritual reconstruction. The first wave of returnees, led by Zerubbabel, faced a monumental task. As they laid the foundation for the new temple, the older generation, who remembered the glory of Solomon's temple, wept. They wept for what was lost, but the younger generation shouted for joy, celebrating the new beginning. It was a bittersweet symphony of memory and hope, a reminder that rebuilding often involves grieving the past while embracing the future. Their joy, however, was short-lived. Opposition arose from their neighbors. Fear and discouragement set in, and for 16 years the work stopped. The foundation lay bare, a symbol of stalled dreams and forgotten purpose. It's a feeling we all know, isn't it? Starting something with passion, only to be halted by obstacles, by the voices of doubt, both external and internal. But then, the prophets Haggai and Zechariah spoke. They reminded the people of God's promise, reigniting the flame of faith in their hearts. The work resumed, and against all odds, the Second Temple was completed and dedicated. It was a victory not of political might, but of persistent faith. It was a testament to the idea that when purpose is reawakened, no obstacle is insurmountable. Decades later, another chapter unfolds. Ezra, a priest and a scribe, a man whose life was devoted to the law of God, arrives in Jerusalem. He finds that while the temple walls were rebuilt, the spiritual walls of the community had crumbled. The people had once again drifted, forgetting the very laws and identity that defined them. Ezra's heart broke. He wept, he prayed, he confessed not just his own sins, but the sins of his people. His deep, authentic grief sparked a nationwide revival. It wasn't a king's decree or a prophet's speech this time. It was the raw, personal repentance of one man that moved the heart of a nation. Ezra didn't just rebuild a temple. He helped rebuild a people. He taught them the law, reminded them of their covenant, and called them back to a life of holiness. He understood that true restoration isn't just about external structures. It's about internal transformation. It's about aligning our lives with a higher truth. The story of Ezra is our story. It's a timeless narrative of coming home. Coming home from the exile of our mistakes, our apathy, our brokenness. It teaches us that rebuilding is a process. It involves celebrating new beginnings, persevering through opposition, and most importantly, returning to the core of who we are. It's about more than just a physical temple. It's about building a sacred space within ourselves. Where do you need to rebuild in your life? What foundation of truth needs to be rediscovered? The journey home is not always easy, but it is always possible. It begins with a single step of faith, a return to the heart, a commitment to rebuilding not just for ourselves, but for the generations to come. If this message resonated with you, subscribe and share. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching.